How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to have true success. If you want to expand in your life, if you want to experience something different, this is the episode for you because we're going to talk about not only how to get there, but to actually enjoy it so that you can move forward in light, in love, and happiness, and all the beautiful energy that you deserve. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So have you ever had a dream? Have you ever wanted to be in something different? Maybe it's simple. Maybe you want to change jobs. You want to find a better employer. You want to go to a different school. You want to experience a different life, live in a different city, have a different income. Like you have this vision. And maybe some of you have even achieved it. You got the new job. You got the promotion. You got to relocate to the new city. You're making more money, whatever it is. But somehow the problem is still there. Somehow, the struggles that you had before have found yourself in this new place. One of the most powerful things is this, and that's the world is not as it is as you are. So if you have a destination in mind, if you have a place you'd like to be, a place you'd like to go, whether it's, again, a new job, new relationship, new city, new experiences, whatever it is, if you don't adjust to you, you will bring the same you there. And the law of attraction says like attracts like. So even if you focus enough to manifest a new experience, if you didn't change your vibration, your patterns, your way of receiving and perceiving the world, then when you get to that new area, it might be good for a little bit, but your patterns will eventually override the experience and you will find the same issues happening again because the world is not as it is as you are. So if you bring you somewhere else, you will still find the same things that are bothering you now. It's that simple. You have met the person that goes from job to job to job, and it's always the bad boss. They go from relationship to relationship, and it's always the bad partner. It's always something external with them. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're looking at your life and you're like, man, it's always this problem, always this problem. This person's always a jerk. This person always takes advantage of me. This person always does this. It's always external. It can be true. There can be external things that affect us. There can be external things that are bad, hurtful, traumatic. I'm not saying that those don't exist. It's your reaction and perception of them that dictates how you feel and experience the world. So you have to decide what's most important to you. Do you want to control your experience, how you experience the world, or do you want to be right? So many people want to be right. So many people want to die on the hill. So many people want to line in the sand. It's always someone else's fault. Because it's easier to push the blame. Why would anybody want to take responsibility for the terrible things that have happened in their life? where they've been victimized, where they've been hurt, where trauma has been caused. Why would somebody want to say, well, that's because of me? Nobody would want to do that. But if you can, you give yourself the power. Remember, wherever you go, you're taking you with you. So if your only solution is the external things, then you're only going to find the same things because, again, it's you. You can adjust the external again. You can find the new partner. You can find the new job. You can find the new income. You can do all of those things. But if you don't change you, your perception of the experience will always be the same. There's always negative existing. There's always pain, hurt, trauma. All of that is always going on. It's what you decide to focus on that you expand in your life. There are people, and I know this from doing coaching, there are people that make more money than you could comprehend. They're making more money than you would make in a lifetime in a year. Incredible amounts of money. And people think that money is a solution. And it is for a lot of things. But it's not a solution to an internal issue. So these people are hurting with the same pain as someone else that doesn't have even a hint, a smell, a sniff of the money that they have. So it's not that external thing. I've met people that have poor health. Maybe they're going to die. Like maybe it's really bad what they have. Yet they're so positive. They're so happy. They're so at peace. And then I've met someone that has everything going for them. They have the perfect health. They have the perfect family. They have everything. Everything is right. But they're miserable. They can't see the good in their lives. They can't see what's positive around them because they're so focused on what's wrong because they want to be right. If you blame someone else for something, whether it's the government, whether it's the economy, whether it's the weather, if you put the power into something else, it's so much more comforting to say, look, I'm not successful because of this. It's hard to say I'm not successful because of me. It's hard to say I'm not happy because of me. It's much easier to say I'm this way because of my parents. I'm this way because of the community I grew up in. I'm this way because of this. It's so much easier to do that because most people want to do it too. So it's relatable. Because if you say the problem is external, then that gives someone else the ability, the comfort, the, shared idea that it is that thing. It's not us. It's not me. Surely I'm not the problem. Because if I was a problem, I would fix it. I would be nice to me. I would pay me more. I would do this. I would do that. I wouldn't do these things that are external. I wouldn't make myself work overtime. I wouldn't make myself miss these holidays. I wouldn't make myself do these things. So it is the external. Wherever you go, you are going to bring you there. You can decide to be right and still find why everything's wrong externally, or you can change your experience and reflect. Those that don't reflect project. That's a fact. Take that saying, those that don't reflect, project, and apply it to people that you know. Start paying attention to what they talk about. And then recognize, are they projecting or reflecting in the statement? Are they coming from a state of reflection when they're saying these things? Or are they coming from a state of projection by projecting the things on the world? Once you understand this, it becomes very clear why people feel the way they feel. It becomes crystal clear why people feel the way they feel by the way they perceive the world. Is it external or is it internal? Your choice. It's always internal. Where are you going to put the power? Take your finger and point it forward. Whatever you're pointing at gets all the power of creation. You see, you're an observer and creator. If you're observing the external, you're going to create more of the external. So if you're observing the problems and that's all you know how to do, wherever you go, you're going to find the problems and you're going to create more of them. You are an observer and creator. That never stops. You cannot stop being that energy. But if you observe inward and you start looking for the peace within, you start looking for the love within, then you will create more of that in the world. So you will see the love that's within you. You will see it in the world. And you'll realize you don't need the shift. That's what people ask me all the time. Like, when will this happen? When will I reach the positive mindset? When will life get better? When will this happen? It's like, it'll happen when you no longer need it to. You see, if you need things to get better, that means you're in a state of lack, of pain, of hurt, of trauma, whatever the opposite of better is for you. That means that's your state. So if you're looking for better, if you're looking for things to get better, that means you're identifying with your current state, and you will continually identify with your current state. So you'll continually create opportunities and experiences to prove to you that your state is correct. But if you say, wait a minute, I need to look within. Maybe I am the powerful creator. Maybe I am. If I am, what am I? And start looking within. How do you see the world? What's your perception of things? What do you notice first? How many positive things do you see? How much gratitude do you spend time in? How much love do you give? Look within. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, because that's the only way you'll make the shift. You could have the best coach in the world. You could have the best doctor in the world. You could have the best influences in the world. But if you can't see beyond self, meaning if you can only see the external and you can't reflect, it doesn't matter. Because actually, this will make the most sense. People do not see you. They see themselves in you. That's why potential is one of the worst ways to measure people. I used to look at potential all the time. Like, oh, this person has so much potential. They can be anything. And then I realized that potential is not them. Potential is what I would do if I was them. So potential for you, meaning what you see in other people with potential, is what you would do if you were them. You see all these potentials, or what you would like to do at least. Maybe you won't do it, but you would like to. If you were to look at their scenario, that's what you do. That's what potential is. Potential is nothing. And just a reminder that people don't see other people. They see themselves in people. People don't see. People don't focus. They just project and project and project. If you've been wanting a change, if you've been wanting a new job that will fix the solution, if you wanted more money that'll fix the solution, if you want the new partner that'll fix the solution, it's not that those things aren't good. The best partner in the world could be out there, just waiting, just counting the time, watching it tick. 1, 2, 1, 2. They could exist. I'm not saying that's not true. A better job can exist as well. The best job in the world could be there, the highest paying job. Things can be better externally. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying, if you don't reflect and fix what's within you so that you don't attract those same problems, if you find that good thing, that beautiful thing, that blessing that you've been looking for, but you didn't address what was within you didn't resolve the situation that you were in, you didn't finish, reflect and grow and heal within, once you get to that new situation, you will recreate the problems in a new world, but they will come back. Remember, you will bring you wherever you go. So make sure you spend time on you. Make sure you level up your frequency. Make sure you're reflecting. Make sure you're taking the time to look within and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on whatever it is that's going through your life. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram or TikTok right down below. I appreciate all the follows there. If you've been listening to me for some time, you may know that, or you may not know that I do coaching. I've closed it off for a while. It's been closed for a few months. I've been full. I'm going to open up a few limited spots. Now I'm looking for someone specific. I want to take this coaching to the next level. So this is somebody that really wants to make a shift and has return on it. Whether it's you're in business and your mindset is messing you up and you're struggling in your business that you own, or maybe it's work, whatever it is. You want to make a major shift. You truly want to invest. You want to do something that you've never done before. You want to change the way your brain is processing everything. If this is you, reach out to me. You can reach out to me via Instagram, or you can use my email address down below. If you've reached out before, since it's been about 3 or 4 months since I've closed coaching, if you've reached out before, just reach out again if you're interested. Remember, this is a high level type thing. This is for somebody that wants a dramatic shift. That's going to show up in the way the coaching program, it's 12 weeks. That's going to show up every single week with an open mind. That wants the style of this podcast directly imprinted in their brain so that they can rewire the way they think, so they can become that positive thinker that sees the good in the world and then uses their power of the observer and creator to expand it. If that's you, reach out. Again, this program is not for everyone. This is not the normal thing that I've been doing before. It's very limited. I could probably only take 1 client, maybe 2 in this capacity. So if you're interested, if you want more information, and you're truly able to make an investment with time, with your mind, your energy, your resources, reach out. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Instagram's probably the best way because we can talk back and forth before we set up that first session, but email is fine too. Well, everybody, we're going to finish with a deep breath. And when you breathe in, we're going to tap into the most powerful energy there is. We're going to align with something so uplifting, it's going to allow us to be free. It's going to allow us to see ourselves for who we are and so that we can heal. So when you take a deep breath in, I just want you to count. Just 1, 2, 1, 2. Feel the rhythm of the universe. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Feel the rhythm of everything that you've been as you breathe in. Just take that deep breath in and as you hold it. I want to visualize something big, something amazing, something that's inspiring. Maybe it's a skyscraper you're going to build. Maybe you're going to be a professional athlete. Maybe you're going to paint a beautiful painting, whatever it is. I want you to see it in your mind as you're holding your breath. Feel the joy, feel the celebration, feel everything that it took to make that a reality. And then as you exhale, allow anything that doesn't uplift you, anything that doesn't resonate with you, anything that isn't good for you to leave you so that you can move forward into the beautiful day in your love and light. So remember, 1, 2, 1, 2, that's the energy. Visualize the big thing and then let go. Take a final deep breath in. And out.